A while ago, during the introduction, it mentioned that I joined the Sangha when I was young, when I lived in Burma. Because my family, relatives, they are still in Burma. So actually, I'm trying to go back to Myanmar, they call Myanmar today, visit family members, I hope at least once a year. Over here, I talk to you monthly, but over there, I seldom talk to them. Even they live in Burma, but they may not have opportunities to study the Dharma in their daily schedule. So that's why I'm planning to go to Burma this year in October and November. So I won't be here for these 2 months. Okay, 2 months, 1.5 months. Just because I'm going to leave, at the beginning of the October. Yes. And recently, I do my best to introduce Eightfold Path to you, because I feel Eightfold Paths are very important, very essential. These are fundamental teachings of Buddha. If you say, I wanted to understand Buddhism, you don't have to worry the volumes of sutras. You just concentrate on Eightfold Path. When we understand Eightfold Path clearly, basically you are going to understand Buddhism clearly. So Eightfold Paths are so important. It includes right view or right understanding, right thinking, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right diligence, right mindfulness, right concentration. It includes some of the wisdom that we have to accumulate in daily life. For example, when we talk about right view or right understanding, that means we have to cultivate our wisdom, increase our understanding on the universal law of cause and effect. Everything we see around us, actually, those are conditional existence. So with certain condition, it's going to produce this kind of a consequence. We have to know this natural law. When we understand more deeply into this law, we can handle things better. For example, right now I'm not feeling well with my throat. If I understand what's caused it, okay, maybe adjust my diet. Maybe take certain kind of herbs. Perhaps I can solve this illness right away. If we don't have a right understanding, I'm having sore throat. According to Chinese medicine, they say if you eat too much French fry, a lot of spicy food, it's going to take long time to get well, because those are not the right causes for this kind of illness. Okay, this is just one example. Also, from right view, we have to understand everybody is related with everybody. Understanding the truth of interdependency. That is one very important teaching of Buddha. We all depend on each other. We are related with each other. Today, even I'm able to present a talk, but without your participation, I can do nothing. I cannot accomplish this activity by myself alone. I need to have volunteers. We have to have a lot of people to support this temple. Also, you are coming to join this program. So we continue for so many years. Otherwise, depending on one person, it's impossible to continue. So interdependency is a kind of understanding. Everyone is related with everyone. Sometimes I ask, some people, I said, Do you drive the car? Yes, I do. And do you use Beaver 8? Yes, I do. Did you build Beaver 8? I didn't. One individual cannot build the freeway. Okay, we depend on other people to finish the job. So we can use it, whenever we wanted to drive on it. So when we think deeply, interdependency is one important teaching in Buddhism. That's why Buddha said we have to cultivate loving kindness. We have to have compassion toward each other. So compassion, loving kindness is dependent on this right understanding, interdependency. Everyone is related with everyone. Okay. Globalization is one example. Another example, we all relate with each other. Some people far away from states, somehow if they increase their labor costs, we are going to have to pay more to buy things. Okay. All right. Right view, right thinking. After we have right view, we have to use right view as the way we think, especially when we think on all kinds of ideas. We don't want it to harm others. Also, we wanted to protect ourselves. Also, be able to detach from some attachments. So these are right thinking. Okay. We spent some time to study right view and right thinking already. Today, I wanted to introduce another two paths. One is right speech. Another one is right action. When we say right speech, basically in Buddhism we say this speech is appropriate during this kind of occasion. This speech is beneficial to others. Okay, we can make people happy, enjoy something we have. Okay, so right speech basically is appropriate, it's beneficial, it's always relate some reasons, good reasons for that. Okay, and okay, how about wrong speech? Sometimes we may not intentionally to say something wrong, but somehow in daily conversation, we get used to some kind of expression with our words. We didn't pay attention to those words. Some are good, some are not good. So actually, we have to be careful. We have to be careful. A few years ago, I listened to NPR. At the time, I was at American Buddhist Center. In one afternoon, the radio says a group of people from Berkeley University, they did a research. They wanted to know how many words men will use in one day. Okay, how many words women will use in one day? That means female, male, how many words we actually use right after we wake up until we rest ourselves in the evening. So in daily life, okay, how many words that we use for female, for male? It was very interesting. They say male use 7,000 words every day. Hui-mer, do you use 7,000 words? Maybe average. And can you make a guess how many words a female will use? Pardon? 40,000. 40. Oh, pretty close. According to their research, 12,000. 12,000 words for female in daily speech. English words. Okay. And I'm thinking, if we have right understanding, right view, if we have a right thinking, if we manage to use those 7,000 words or 12,000 words properly, actually we are doing some wonderful job with our speech daily. Okay. But somehow maybe we are not able to take care of every words that we are going to deliver. So that's why a lot of misunderstanding between people, between family members, okay, and causing a lot of troubles in the society. Let her check. Something is not turned on. So I don't have to speak in her.
See?
Can I talk? Okay. Okay. According to Buddha's teaching, actually, in the sutras, Buddha did mention some kind of speech that we should cultivate or increase. Loving speech. When we talk with kindness. Okay, loving speech. Comforting speech. When we go to hospital and see some patients, comfort them. Sometimes just a few words. If we say those words correctly, it's going to be very beneficial. In 2013, I was in San Francisco. I was very ill. I thought I was allergic to pollens in Houston. So I make a trip to San Francisco. And one day, a young lady, she's 103 years old, young. She called me, Venerable Hang Yi, I wanted to visit you because I know her for over 30 years, an old friend. I said, please don't come. I cannot talk. I'm very tired. I'm not able to see any visitors at this moment. She said, that's okay. Then she wrote me a letter with some words in it. She said, Venerable Hang Yi, when you have this illness, actually your body tells you you need to rest yourself. As long as you rest yourself properly, you are going to be well, according to my experience. I'm 103 years old. I faced so many illnesses. Don't be afraid. You are going to get well. After you get well, you are going to have maybe a few more decades to serve others, to teach the Dharma. That is comforting words. I remember those words in my mind for a few years, from 2013 until today. I feel those words are so positive. I'm using this kind of words every day. Whenever when I feel I'm not feeling comfortable, think on this. Okay, comforting words. And also praising words is right. Praising. Donna, you are wonderful. Okay, thank you for doing this for me. I appreciate that. Okay, say something to show appreciation to others. That is wonderful, very encouragement. And also some speech in sandwich style. Sandwich style. I learned this from Reader's Digest. Okay. And I think a family friend visiting another family. This visitor saw a kid from the family was messing with the food. He was directly talked to the kids. You should not do this. You should not do that. This is a bad action. The kids was not happy. So he used this example. He said, if you wanted to teach these kids in front of their parents, maybe you should say something, make them feel comfortable, relaxed. Then say something you wanted to mention. So that is a sandwich speech. From this kind of example, actually I remind a lot of members, around me. In Buddhism, when you feel I wanted to criticize someone, say someone who has done something wrong, think about your feeling and search deeply into your heart. Do you still have kindness toward this person? As long as you have loving kindness toward this person, you are qualified to say something to this person. If you are full of hate, anger, wait. Okay, maybe it's not the right time for you to express your opinion to this person. Okay, check, do we have kindness when we criticize someone? Okay, all right, today let me move to another part. Also, I try to find some teachings from Upasaka precepts. Okay, in this sutra, Buddha did mention some kind of skill that a person can use in the public talk. There are 16 skills, but today I just wanted to mention some of it. Okay. The first one is when you talk, certain kind of thinking or certain kind of teaching on others, you have to think, is it time correct? Is it appropriate to talk at this moment? So timing is one understanding. Sometimes we feel, I wanted to express everything that I know, but the timing is not correct. Maybe you are going to get very less positive results from this talk. So timing is one consideration. For example, about 15 years ago, long time ago, when we prepare ourselves to to have a memorial service at the Bodhi Center, long time ago. The first time we used Bodhi Center to have memorial service over there. A member was very working hard and trying to let everything be ready, especially for the kitchen. But one morning, on that day, and I saw he parked his car on the path of the road where we should let people walk on it, because other area is full of grass. It's very wet in the morning. So I told this member, I said, would you please move your car to another place? Let people walk on this path, comfortably and safely. He said, yes. Okay. But somehow, after 30 minutes, he didn't move his car. And I told him again, I said, oh, it's been some time. You should move your car as soon as possible. Okay. At the moment, I told myself, it's not a time for me to continue to do any teach to this member. It's not the right time for me to say anything more. Today, let him, finish the work. After 2 months, one day, he's here. And I talked to him. I said, in the afternoon at 2, I wanted to see you. I wanted to talk to you. for about 30 minutes. He said, okay, Venerable, I will be there. At 2, he went to the small kitchen. I was in the kitchen. I said, please sit down. Today, I wanted to discuss one morning at the Bodhi Center, why you act like that. I felt that you did not have enough patience, to manage things around you, to talk to me. Suddenly, he said, Venerable Hanyi, I wanted to ask your forgiveness. He kneeled down, bowed to me. He said, I wanted to repent in front of you. That morning, I was so wrong. I was too busy. I lost my patience. My manner was not right. I couldn't think right. I couldn't talk right. After the ceremony was finished, I thought about this for a while. Actually, I'm waiting for you to talk to me. Today, I'm glad you asked me to come and see you. So I wanted to show my repentance and also ask you to forgive me. So sometimes we have to find the right time, right moment to communicate with people around us, even myself. Okay. Giving a talk, considering is the time is appropriate or not. Second, when we talk, we have to talk sincerely. With sincerity, it's better, to others to feel what you are thinking, what you wanted to deliver. Talk sincerely. And when we talk, we wanted to talk with a sequence, with a structure, let people to understand easily. First, second, third, you have categories to explain. That people can memorize or remember something you say. When we talk, we don't want to talk to divide people, divide group. That means actually we wanted to create harmony in a group. I don't want to make conflict in this group. When we talk, we wanted to show our joyful attitude. You wanted to be happy, okay? And you don't want to use your sadness or anger to talk, okay? When we talk, we don't want to discriminate anyone, young or old. A few days ago, I was at a tea shop. I met a member's grandson. He's only about 7 years old. When I first time saw him, he was that little. Right now, he's running and also doing something, for others. He's a very wonderful kid. On that day, actually, when I talked to this young boy, I don't want to say, I'm a very experienced adult, so I'm above him. I know everything. Actually, I told myself, something I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking, what he's like, what he dislike. So actually, I feel I wanted to respect this kid in order to communicate with them. Probably with this manner, so in the past about over 20 years, I have a little problem with our youth group, perhaps out of respect to them. I don't want to say, oh, I'm an older person. I'm a very experienced, especially I'm a monk. I'm a teacher. I want to teach you. Or you don't know anything. Don't use those manners to talk to others. Okay, respect everyone. And finally, you don't want to use harsh word to talk. Okay, you wanted to follow reasons or dharma. Okay, these are the contents I learned from Upasaka Precepts Sutra. Actually, there are many. How can we talk appropriately? There are certain kind of skills. today I wanted to share something I feel is important too. Whenever we have a conversation with others, for example, you two have about 15 minutes with me. We have 15 minutes, okay, meeting. I have to remind myself, in this 15 minutes, maybe the maximum time that I can use is 5 minutes. I should say 5 minutes for you, 5 minutes for you. There is one attitude I feel is very useful. Save some time for others to talk, not just talking, and based on your feeling. Okay, this one. And also, how about when you see someone, they don't like to talk, they are very passive. 内向怎么说 ？Inward, what do you call it? Introvert personality. Some people, they don't interested in talking, but sometimes you can help them, interview them, ask some question that they wanted to talk. There's one way. For kids, for adults, sometimes when I see people, they don't want to express themselves. Then I will ask them, what do you do? Where do you live? You live in Wyoming. Okay, explain. How do you, where I can visit Wyoming if I go to Wyoming? They live there. Okay, it's easy for them to express. So interview them, ask him some question they feel interested to answer. And also, be a good listener. Be a good listener. A lot of times we feel, oh, I wanted to be a good speaker, but actually it's more important. How can we be a good listener? Without listening to others, sometimes we cannot really know how to communicate with others. So that's why every time when people come to the temple, Venerable, I wanted to ask your advice. Before I say something, I will always invite them to tell me what's in their mind. After I spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes, even 1 hour, let them talk, so I clearly understand what they are thinking. Perhaps in the end, I just have to use 10 minutes to express my thoughts. Okay. All right. This is right speech. Right speech. Let's use our words properly, beneficially for us and for others. The next one is right action. Right action. When we say right action, that means those actions are related with the reasons, positive reasons. Also, it's lawful if we are living in the States. Okay, it's lawful. Also, it's beneficial to you and to others. Right action. Okay. If you ask that in Buddhism, if we wanted to use a very simple concept to explain what are the wrong actions, if you study 5 precepts, you are going to discover, oh, some are wrong actions. Okay, killing is not right action. So the first precept is no killing. Respect life. Okay, and stealing is not correct. We don't feel it's right. So the second precept is no stealing. Respect others' property. Okay, and also committing sexual misconduct is wrong. So we have one precept is no sexual misconduct. Okay, so sometimes we use those precepts to help us to think what is wrong, what is right. Unfortunately, when I watch news, evening news, or any news, all news, a lot of news, almost every day related with killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, or lying, wrong speech, or intoxication. So recently, I still watch news, yeah, but I try to select some channels, yeah. NBC nightly news, I do watch it. And recently, long time ago, I watched ABC evening news, and also I try to watch what do you call it, PBS 6. What do you call it? PBS News, yes. And I try to learn something, yeah. But some news I feel I don't have the interest to watch into details because they are always related with wrong action. I don't want to have those informations too much in my mind. I just feel that I don't feel comfortable to watch it. So not just not to killing. Also, we wanted to protect life, respect life. That is the positive way. Not just no killing, also protecting life, saving life. Not just stealing from others, also we practice giving as a right action. We wanted to do whatever we can offer to others. If you need water, I wanted to offer water. If you need clothes, I wanted to offer clothes. Okay, offer something. 慧永法师, would you please come in? I can't. I have to go somewhere. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes. And no sexual misconduct. At the same time, we wanted to protect other people's bodies and also respect other people's relationships and families. Okay. So these are fundamental teaching in Buddhism. When we study sutras, there are 5 precepts to guide us how to have right action. Okay. Today, we are living in the 21st century. I discovered something related with the right action. Yeah, long time ago, 2,500 years ago, Buddha had those concepts, but sometimes mention this in PQ precepts, not layperson's precepts. Layperson's precepts are very simple, 5 precepts or 8 precepts. But PQ precepts are in details. There are 250 precepts into a lot of details. Today, I feel we have to observe some right action in daily life. We all drive every day. How about let's drive friendly? Every time when I drive the car, I notice that many drivers are very, very friendly. But some drivers, they are in a hurry. They wanted to drive in their own way. Oh, so fast, so scary. Okay. And some drivers, they did not have patience. They anger with each other. Even they shoot each other. That is not right. So in America, we spend so many hours in car every day. And so let's drive friendly. That is one right action. Yeah, right action. How about reduce garbage? I'm trying to find a way. How can we reduce garbage? There are so many garbage in this country, in other countries. We produce so many wastes every day. Yeah. When I compare my garbage with others, yes, I think some are just too much. Yeah. Recently, I remember they are fixing their fence, wood fence. They asked me that how to do. Even though the wood fence has been over 25 years, but the upper woods are still very good. The lower part is rusty, rotten. So I suggest, why don't you cut lower part, replace with new wood, save the upper part. 6 feet of fencing wood, you can save maybe 4 feet. Don't cut too many trees around the world. So try to think, how can we save garbage? Okay, say, reduce our wastes. Save some water, especially in California. They have to save the waters, yes. And how about save some food? I heard that in America, we waste about 1/3 of food every day. 1/3 of food. Food from supermarkets is expired. Food from restaurants after the business hour, the government doesn't allow, they keep those food for the next day. They have to throw everything away. Let's see how much we can do, save some food. Yeah. In some places, people are spending 60% of their earning for food. But we spend about 10% of our earning for food. So it's cheaper, okay? But we are wasting a lot of food. And also, today I'm very excited to let you know that I'm getting smarter today. I have a smartphone. Finally, I have a smartphone. I didn't want to use smartphone for so many years until 2 weeks ago. And somebody bought me a smartphone. I said, okay, I'm going to use it. I discovered smartphone is very convenient. I can text message to others. I don't have to talk, so I can text with simple sentences. But we have to use this phone smartly. Is it right? Yeah. How much time do we have to spend on the phone every day? We have emails, we have text messages, we have a voicemail. We use the phone all the time. We connect with a lot of people, but we ignore people around me. I'm talking to you, okay, but somehow after 3 minutes, I'm busy with my smartphone. I have so many friends with a smartphone, less friends around. In the reality, there is a problem. Yeah, and especially when we drive, we text. That is dangerous. So right action should be including this kind of action. Don't text and drive. Okay, especially teenagers. They say 30% of teenagers accidents related with text message. So these are my thoughts about 21st century's right action. Okay, let me save a few minutes for you. Yeah, today we discuss right speech, right action, and do you have any suggestion, any comments on those thoughts? Yeah. Yes.
I'm glad that you got a smartphone.
Okay.
Yes.
Actually, in Buddhism, we say when we have those tools, devices to help us, when we discover some problems by using those tools, we cannot always complain on those tools. Actually, you are the one who should be able to manage yourself. So that's why I'm still trying to figure out a way. How can I manage myself to use this smartphone properly, correctly, beneficially, not to make myself stressful, also not to disturb so many people by using this tool. Okay, so I think we are responsible. Yeah, with your own management. So in Buddhism, we say the middle path. That is a very important concept. The middle path is the right path, the right attitude, the right action the right management, okay, to use words, to use all kinds of tools. Yes. For example, we have a car, and one day I saw, I don't know who, he was sleeping in the car, running the car for cool air. Okay. I went to the place to swim for about, to spend some time for about 1.5 hours. After I got out of the place, the motor is still running. So actually, I feel, why don't we go someplace? There's air conditioning system there ready. You don't have to use your gas over there and pollute the air.